Hello, everybody. Welcome to Meet the Teacher Night. My name is Mr. Whiten, part of the University High School and Middle School Math Department here. Um, Great to see everybody virtually, and hope you guys are off to a good start in the school year. Um, so, just some of my contact information. I do have the michael.whiten at southfieldk12.org email. That's just the easiest way to get a hold of me with any questions or concerns. Or of course, you can always send me a Schoology message. Those get forwarded right to my email as well, and I'm usually pretty quick to return any messages that get sent in there. So just a little bit about myself, real briefly. I like to in my class and kind of encourage a lot of group work, discussion. I think the students can be really good resources for each other. So that collaboration is huge, and that was one of the things that was difficult to do. Last year being virtual, but this year I'm trying to definitely encourage that a little bit more. I just feel like students can bounce ideas off each other and kind of answer some questions in ways that maybe a teacher wouldn't even be able to do. Just kind of having that different perspective. Um, and I also just kind of feel, with math in particular, and I guess with anything, there's just so much out there to memorize. A lot of students, kind of focus on maybe like memorizing formulas or memorizing like do this step, then this step, then this step, and it kind of doesn't allow the whole learning process to really fully develop. So, I'm always trying to emphasize why we're doing certain things. Why does this formula do this? Why does this process do this? So that students can come up with those problem solving techniques and kind of be able to analyze a situation and be able to come up with the best methods to solve it. Um, Again, it's all about thinking and problem solving, and when solving problems, you're not. It's not common to get the same exact type of problem to show up over and over. You're gonna have to improvise a little bit and have some skills to understand why we're doing certain things. Right. As far as supplies, it's really highly recommended to pick up one of the Texas Instruments 83 or 84 series. We don't really recommend going higher, the 89s. They're not necessarily better or worse, but pretty much all the teachers are using the 83, 84 to demonstrate in class, and they're very useful. Especially with the big standardized tests, the PSATs, SATs, knowing how to use these calculators is extremely helpful, and obviously throughout the course, it's very helpful as well. Um, but just being able to know how to use it can save a lot of time. The technology is great. It does so many things. I know students kind of rely on their phones a lot for calculators and stuff, and that'll get you by. But on quizzes and tests, and especially obviously the standardized tests, they're not going to be able to use that. So if your child does not have a calculator, I highly recommend picking up the TI 83 or 84. Okay. For this course, for the academic enrichment course, it's a new course for me. Basically, the design here was to kind of complement the traditional algebra course that the eighth graders are taking. Um, and what we're going to do pretty much is just kind of enrich that content. We've been using Khan Academy quite a bit. Um, and then I'll also try to incorporate some PSAT practice. I want to go through and see there's some topics on there that may not be covered as heavily in the traditional classes. I know some of the statistics concepts, and then make sure that students are at least exposed to some of that stuff to help out in the standardized tests. Um, as far as grading in this course for the academic enrichment, this is basically going to be graded just on if students are completing the work, if they're engaged. There's not going to be quizzes or tests that are graded for accuracy necessarily. That's more going to happen in their algebra course. So as long as they're completing their assignments, when we're doing Khan Academy, I'm requiring 75% score or higher on the exercises. They will earn full credit on that. Okay, if they don't complete those exercises or are not using class time wisely, that's when they will see a grade in Schoology of less than full credit. So let me jump real quick into my Schoology page. I do have this is it right here. So when students come in, I have this calendar, which will be like a daily schedule. Here's the full version of that. The first page here is actually going to be next week, so they may have to scroll down. But it kind of just going to show exactly what to expect each day, what topics were covered, and what's coming up. Okay, and I do post the assignments in Schoology here, so they'll see exactly what happened and exactly which assignments needed to be completed on that